rumble with the roar of the crowd. Underneath the stars, we make our town proud. Every win, every loss, we shout it out loud. From the court to the field, to the dirt and the track, we cheer for the glory, we never hold back. It's the pulse of the county, the pride we unpack. Limestone County Sports, we bring the game to life. Every play, every fight, every Friday night. Limestone County Sports, it's where legends ignite. Limestone County Sports, where legends ignite.
Limestone County Sports. We're legends.
We're made.
Ignite. What'd you say?
Or made.
Where legends may ignite. I like that, JV. Great job.
Awesome.
I'm your show host, Greg Wise, on Limestone County Sports today, and this is our co-host,
JB.
chiming in. JV, we had another very similar Friday night of high school football here in Limestone County. Not many wins by our Limestone County teams.
No.
Didn't even really see much competitive football from our teams. But again, hey, they're playing. They're in most of them in region play, and so playing big time football now. And we'll get to some of those games here shortly. I did want to note before we jump into all of our varsity games, we mentioned last week, Lindsay Lane is playing JV football, which, by the way, is the only football the AHSAA will let them currently play. They have to wait till next year before they can start playing varsity. Everybody will get reclassified in December, and then they'll find out, hey, what's our region, classification, all that stuff, and then they'll start to work on that varsity schedule. So all they're playing right now is junior varsity, and they're having a pretty good run at it. I know I've seen a little chatter on the social medias about some of those things, and I'd just like to clarify something, JV.
Go ahead.
Junior varsity football has no rules or regulations that I'm aware of on classifications or grades. You can be in any grade and play JV. I mean, you can play 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Can all play JV football. And so just some clarity on that. And most of the time, if coaches are worth their weight, now there are some circumstances that they would be trying to do some other things or some injuries, but most of the time, if you're getting significant snaps on a Friday night, most coaches don't play those guys in JV games. There are, again, some circumstances where that may happen, but there are seniors and juniors on all kinds of JV teams, especially local. I seen a game last week. Both squads had seniors on the field. Both squads had juniors on the field. And so if you ever wondered about that, I know, again, I've seen some chatter about, teams playing with who's playing JV and who's not playing JV. Guys, anybody can play JV. Any coach can put any kid on a JV team if they want to. Now you're risking if you had a starter who's starting on Friday night or getting a lot of snaps on a Friday night and they go play a JV game and get hurt, that's not going to look too good.
No.
But sometimes coaches do those things, and so they have the option to do that. And I would encourage anybody listening, man, hey, it's just JV football, guys.
That's it.
It's just JV football. Moving out of,
and I think they play at Elkmont.
Yes,
Tomorrow
if
night.
you're we're recording on Monday morning. If you get to listen today, they will be playing at Elkmont. I think that's still middle school and JV, as far as I know of, about 5:30 and 7. If you're looking for good JV football, I would go watch the Lions of Lindsay Lane. They got it going on. Got a good quarterback, spin it very well. Got a couple good receivers, good running back, and looking up in a positive direction as they head into varsity football, moving into the 26 school year next year. But moving out of JV and into our varsity games, Jay, Like we've already mentioned, I think we had one win of the 7 teams that we cover, and then had one team on a bye week, so they saved us there as well. But just kind of jumping right in, we'll start with our smaller classification, Tanner. Tanner was down at Winston County. The final score of that game was Winston County 51, Tanner 26. Tanner did, again, was able to put 26 points on the board. I don't know if those kind of came late in the game or not. I didn't see any kind of updates throughout the game.
Well, we talked to Matt Saturday morning on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and he had said that they had some kids out with strep throat, and a lot of his starters, that's about 2 or 3 of his starters are out with strep throat, so that hurt him a little bit. But the halftime score, going into half, is like they had the ball. They were down 22-12.
Yeah.
And they were driving, and they turned the ball over. Winston County gets it, and with 30 seconds to go, they get a touchdown pass and make it 30-12. And,
yeah.
And he said it just, they would come back out the second half ready to go and just couldn't get nothing going. And
yeah. Well, good. Obviously, they're competing in the first half there and kind of just got away with them in the second. So, obviously, they're heading in a good direction as well. That does drop the Rattlers down to 0-3, 0-1 in region play. That was the first region game. And just a side note, I think Winston County won that region last year. So, they're starting off the region at the top, and so hopefully they can be looking ahead at some of those other region games this week. They go to Lexington, which is not going to get any better yet. But when you're playing probably the top 2 teams in that region right off the bat, that can help you as you go into some of those other region games that you can be more competitive in. That game is at Lexington. Lexington is 2-1. I think the only loss they have is a close game versus Lauderdale County.
Yes.
They opened up. Both of those schools are pretty close to each other, big rivals. Lauderdale County's 3A, Lexington's 2A, but I think it was about 26-21 was the final on that game.
Mm-hmm.
So Lexington's got a pretty dang good football team too. Lexington is favored by 20 in that game. Jay, you like Lexington's the Golden Bears or the Rattlers? The Golden Bears favored by 20.
Give me the Golden Bears.
Yeah, I think so too. Again, another good football program there, and the Rattlers will have their hands full down at Lexington. But like we said, on a positive note, playing those 2 right out the jump in region can set you up for some of those other region games that you can compete and win. And still, there's 2 other spots, or possibly 2 other spots available in the area, and so you should be able to move forward in the latter part of your region play. All right, moving down to our 3A schools, Jay, we got Clements was at Colbert Heights. Colbert Heights ended up winning that contest 38-0. Clements is now 1-2 on the season. The lone win coming against the Wildcats of West Limestone, and they are now 0-1 in region play. I know you got a little bit of info on that game.
Yeah, we talked to Brick as well Saturday morning, and he said the kids just didn't. He said they played like Alabama did against Florida State. Just lethargic. They're the best player, the best running back they had, Hayden Tucker. He got hurt and thought it was real serious, but it's just a high ankle sprain. So
good.
Brick said that they're going to work on themselves today,
right,
and get back to work because from now on it's region games throughout the end of the year. So
yeah.
I know they got to go to I think it's Rogers.
Yep, they're at Rogers.
So it's tough to play at Green Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's the crazy thing about high school football, and we'll talk a little bit more about this as we get on down the list of games here, but the amount of a difference or a level of play from one week to the next. Clements played really good the first game of the season against West. West is, a classification above them, and Clements had not won that game in 16, 17 years. And so to pull that win out was big time for that program. They then come to Ardmore, which is 5A, and played really good a first half of football against Ardmore, 21-6, I think, is at the half.
Yeah.
Tight game going into halftime, and then second half, Ardmore's numbers just kind of take over, and they pull away big time. And then you go to Colbert Heights, which is in region, probably dressing similar amount of kids, and to come away 38-0, you're like, is Colbert Heights that good? Or did we not play well? And obviously, maybe they just didn't play well, lethargic.
Yeah, he said they just didn't show up.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding out about high school football, man. These, you've got 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids out here, and to get them motivated to play at the highest level possible for 10 weeks, that's probably a bigger coaching trick than the X's and O's and the schemes and the game plans is the mindsets of teenagers to get them to play at the highest level. Anyway, they do go to Rogers Friday night. Rogers is 2-1 on the season. Another big region game. They got Rogers favored by 26 in that one. JV, what you feeling?
I'm gonna take the Colts, but I think the Pirates may pull it out late, but I don't think they'll cover that 26.
You're taking Clements and 26 points.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to side with you as well. I think Brick gets them motivated again to get back to the Colt way and can keep it close. And then, you're right, Rogers may pull away at the end, but I don't think they cover the 26 either. Moving on to the other 3A school in that same region, Elkmont had the juggernaut Lauderdale County at home. Lauderdale County won that contest 51-7, and just kind of shout out goes to Coach Joel Shrink, who his mom passed away this past week. So I know he had a lot of things going on that is not important as football on Friday nights. And I know he's up in Michigan right now, kind of taking care of those things, taking care of his family. He'll be back home later in the week.
And his wife's on a mission trip, right?
His wife's on a mission trip in Africa.
Yeah.
And so just crazy timing on a lot of things. And so prayers and thoughts and all the things going out to Coach Shrink there at Elkmont. But again,
we love you, buddy.
Yep, praying for you, brother. And I think he's supposed to be scheduled to be back in town about a Wednesday. And so prayers there. They did lose 51-7. Elkmont is now 0-3 on the season, 0-1 in region play, and they are at Colbert Heights, who we just talked about. Beat Clements 38-0. They are at Colbert Heights Friday night. Colbert Heights is now 3-0, and we've seen they put it on Clements pretty good. Can Elkmont keep that game within 32 points? Colbert Heights is favored by 32.
I'm sorry, Greg. I don't think so.
You don't think?
I know it's your alma mater. I know it's your alma mater, and all things are going on, but I don't think so.
I'm going to take the Red Devils and 32. Okay. I do not think that they are probably going to have the firepower and a lot of other things going on to win that game. I could be wrong. I would love it if they did, but I'm going to take the Red Devils to keep it within 32 points. Hopefully, anyway. Moving on, West Limestone 4A was at Juggernaut, West Morgan, who won that game 49-0. Now, I seen on Score Stream, I don't know if this was correct. When I got
a little insight for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When I was checking scores at halftime, I usually I'm on the sideline recording, and I have to go to the car and charge my phone because I have an older phone now. Once you have these iPhones for a couple of years, the batteries start going to crap, and they do that, so you just have to go buy a new iPhone. So I have to go out to the car and charge my phone. I did order a battery that sticks to the MagSafe on the back of the phone. We're going to see how that works this week if it comes in before Friday. But anyway, I go out to the car, charge my phone, look at scores on Score Stream. It says West Morgan is up 7-0 at the half. You got some insight on that, JV?
Yeah, one of the guys that helps at West, Ricky Hargrove, he called me. He texted me after the games Friday night, and he said that. I said, "What happened?" And I said, "Why was it so close?" I said, West playing. He said, West Morgan's best player was suspended for the first half. So he didn't go into details what happened and all that. And then they had a delay. The Whitecap had a heart attack.
No way.
Yeah.
The
So-
head official had a heart attack
Yeah.
in mid-game.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then I guess everything, and then I guess with the kid coming back, West couldn't stop him or whatever. But yeah,
Well, does anybody know how the
I don't
official
know.
was?
I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah, we hadn't heard anything. So that's probably good
Yeah.
if you're not hearing something. So, hey, prayers to that guy
Yeah.
as well. If you know that guy, prayers out to him. And so, the halftime score was 7-0.
Yep.
Was it the big receiver dude?
That I don't know.
When they played us in spring, we talked about this last week. I think they got a dude that's probably 6'2", looks like Julio Jones, big receiver, played all over the place, took some snaps in the Wildcat. I don't know if it's him or not.
May have been.
But say they turned it on in
Yeah.
the second half and defeat the Wildcats 49-0. West is now 0-3. They are 0-2 in region because they have that big region. They've already started region play,
Yeah.
2 games in. West, luckily, has Danville this week. Is that at West or is that at Danville?
I think it's at West
Let's see.
because they played 3 in a row on the road, so it should be at home.
Yeah, for some reason I did not jot that down. If I can get these ads off my computer, I'll tell you that is, they got at home. So this first home game for the Wildcats and much needed as Danville comes to town. Danville is 1-2. Let's see who they have beat. The only team that they beat is Tharpton, who is 2-0. They beat Tharpton 59-0 and then took a L to Wilson, big L's to Wilson and Deschler. And the AHS, FHS.org, has West Limestone favored in this game by only 3 points, Jay.
They'll cover that easy.
I think so, too. I think that should be about a 20-point spread. But as we found out this past week, what do we know about football?
That's true.
We don't have a clue what's going on. West favored by 3 in that contest. I'll take the Wildcats all day long over Danville at home, and hopefully they can get in the get a dub in the win column there before they go to Central Florence.
You got Central and East, right?
What's that?
I got
Yes.
Central then
Next
East.
2 after that is at Central, and then they got East Limestone at home, and then Hatton. And so
Ooh.
a big I mean, that region is. I mean, we've talked about it already. Now East Lawrence, who has now turned it up.
Yeah.
West Morgan, Central Florence, Danville, obviously, Hatton, Wilson, Deschler, Brooks, all in one region. The AHSAA does that on purpose because all of those teams are, most of those teams are top 10 4A teams, but if
Yeah.
they're all in the same region, only 4 of them can go, so they
Yeah.
can weed out some of them,
Yeah.
putting them all in the same region. I'm sure they do that on purpose, Jay.
I'm sure they do.
Anyway, moving on, 5A schools. East Limestone had a bye week this past week, much needed. I know they don't think they've had any kind of season-ending injuries or major injuries at all, but do know they had some guys getting beat up a little bit in the first couple of contests. They are 0-2 and much needed rest as they now go to Russellville. This week, Russellville got back in the win column. They have Russellville's 1-2. 2 losses have been to Deschler and Mars Hill, pretty good football programs, and then they get back in the win column last week against Lawrence County, 35-6. I think Lawrence County is a little bit down this year. But Russellville is only favored at home against East, who is 0-2 by 16 points. Can the Indians keep it within 16 at Russellville?
I think so.
You do?
Yeah.
I hope so, bro. They've played pretty decent football and again, they've just played 2 games. Westminster Christian beat them 49-34. I think that game was much tighter than that throughout the whole game. And then Hazel Green, 6A, Hazel Green, only beat them 19-14. And again, they were up 14-0 in that game early and kind of got away with them there late. But you think they keep Russellville within 16?
Yeah.
I hope so, but I'm going to take as much as I cannot stand Russellville. I'm going to take the Golden Tigers of Russellville to cover the 16 points. Last 5A school we cover in our area is the Ardmore Tigers. The Ardmore Tigers, Jay, was favored by 2, I think we said, over Priceville at home this week. I mentioned to some other people I thought the Tigers would win that game by 14. They absolutely did not win that game by 14. They didn't even score 14 points. The Tigers got embarrassed at home to a Priceville team that I think was just 2-8 last year.
Yeah.
Did not win many games at all. Priceville put it on the Tigers 49 to 13. And I don't want to go into any details. You know, I know a lot of those folks, know a lot of those kids, love those families, and everybody's seen the same game that I've seen, so everybody kind of knows. And films out there, people live stream, all kinds of stuff. You can go back and watch some of those things. But some of the things I would like to talk about, Jay, is like Seth Parker. At Priceville, we mentioned last week, he is the son of Lindsay Lane Christian Academy head of school, Robbie Parker. And he is second-year head coach down there at Priceville. Now, he's got a lot of experience under his belt. I think he was at Bob Jones for a while and had a couple stops like OC and stuff like that. So this is first head coaching gig. Last year, again, 2-8. He's got I kind of got from his mom and dad. I was talking to them at the Lindsay Lane JV game last week. He's got his brother, helps him kind of from time to time, who's a football guy, knows offense. And I don't know what type of adjustments they made in the offseason, but, brother, you talking about firing on all cylinders. Just looking at the end of the game, the statistician for Ardmore, I asked him how many pass attempts has Priceville had, and he looked at his book and said 0. Now, my son refuted that and said he remembered one pass, but I don't remember any. I remember they went out for a pass first play of the game. There was nobody open. He scrambles, gets a few yards, and I don't remember them throwing the ball at all. And I don't know why you would when you can rush for, over 400 yards on the ground. You don't need to throw the ball at all. But if you're a young coach looking into doing some different things offensively, opening up a playbook, things of that nature, I would go through every game film of Priceville last year and see what changes they've made from last year to this year, because it was miraculous. Seth Park, I don't know who's calling the offensive plays. He may be calling the plays, but just, had our defense spinning. There was almost no adjustments we could make that would help at all defensively. Obviously, they were good on the defensive side of the ball as well. Our offense only scored 6 points. One of those touchdowns was we had a 99-yard touchdown kickoff return for a touchdown by Xavier Hawthorne, and that was one of our scores. But just great game plan by Seth and his coaching crew down there.
So I was at the Athens game, and a buddy of mine was watching it on the live stream.
Yeah.
And he said Ardmore had a couple of turnovers that led to scores by Priceville.
Yeah, we had, a bad snap. We can nitpick stuff all day, but it just nothing was going right. It looked very similar to like Alabama and Florida State. Much better roster. I stick by my statement of this Ardmore team is loaded. They are. Best roster I remember seeing that ever. Well, not ever, because they've won some state championships back in the day. But in recent years, and I know specifically since I've been up there, I'm the forever optimistic guy. I think we're going to win a state championship every year in every sport my kid plays. But I'm also the realistic guy. When my other son, who graduated a couple years ago, his senior year, you're looking at the schedule and you're like, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
We could potentially win 4 games.
Yeah.
And so, the bar was probably high. And then you talk about potential. My pastor, Andy John King, here has a great statement about potential. I don't know if it's his original quote or he stole it from somebody, but I steal it from him all the time. Potential just means you ain't done nothing yet. And I think that's a pretty good statement for the Ardmore Tigers right now. And so, the thing for them is they've now got Fairview and Russellville back to back.
Yeah.
And then after that, a Madison County team who's playing pretty good football. Now, that's not a region game, so it's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. But, you want to win them all. But they're going to have tough sledding the next 2 weeks. Ardmore's now 2-1 on the season, 0-1 in region play. They go to Fairview this week. Fairview is up in the Sports Writers poll to number 4 in the state in 5A. And the FHS.org has Fairview favored by 16 points at home against Ardmore. What are you feeling on that, JV?
I don't think Fairview covers. I think they'll win.
I think Fairview covers and covers big. I don't know if I've ever made that type of prediction about the home team, but it's tough after what I seen last week, and then going to Fairview. You're talking about wholesale changes, a mindset change.
Yeah.
Just gotta prepare better. I don't think the Tigers cover. I'd love for them to.
Now the kid that got injured in the Clemens game, has he been back yet playing?
Yes. Oh no. You talking about the safety or DB?
Yeah.
Braden Atkins. No, he is a collarbone.
Okay.
It's fractured.
Okay.
Collarbone. So he's going to be out for about 4 or 5 weeks
Okay.
now. He would have helped on the defensive side of the ball. But again, offensively we couldn't move the ball either. And so anyway, I don't think the Tigers cover. And then again, the next week they go to Russellville.
Is the Madison County game at home or is it in Gurley?
It will be at Gurley.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
tough to play
Well,
over
I was going to say, man, looking at the schedule, you wanted to one of those first 3 region games. The way their region match lays out: Priceville, Fairview, Russellville. If you can get one of those 3, you're setting pretty good.
Yeah.
If you can get 2 of those 3, you're talking about hosting a playoff game, which, again, Ardmore has never done. And I would say traditionally of those 3 opponents, Priceville is, the one that you kind of circle is, hey, we need to win that one for sure, and then try to focus on Fairview or Russellville. And I don't want to think that we were looking past Priceville. Hopefully not. I know you can't do that in high school football, but now dropping that game, it's going. You're Russellville and Fairview's going to be tough. Russellville is at home. I know they're down, but they still got dogs. They just reload, and then you got Gurley.
Yeah.
I think you got a bye week after that, and then maybe Lawrence County. So. It may be a tough September, brother. It may be. Yeah, it may be October before they get back in the win column. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can get it turned around in 7 days and see what happens. We'll be down there cheering them on and go from there. Last game on the slate this week was the only win for any of the teams that we cover, and that makes the Athens Golden Eagles the team of the week on the Limestone County Sports Podcast. We don't have their band playing music. We would love for somebody to send us a sound clip.
I'd have thought about it. I would have done it, but I didn't think about it.
Yeah,
Being at the game.
If you are at the Athens game, just start pushing record when they run out on the field and get the audio. You can post that in the comments. I can pull the audio from there, and then we can feature them as when they are the team of the week. We can play that fight song or at least a 10 to 20 second clip of it. Anyway, but Athens won their homecoming game 41-38. Jay, you said you were watching that one online.
No, I was at the game.
Oh, okay, awesome, even better. Now you got to watch a heck of a game. 41-38.
Yeah.
Was it back and forth? Or?
It was. It really was. Athens kicks off to Coleman, and Coleman kicks off to them, and they stall and they kick to Coleman, and Coleman takes they take a 70-yard drive down the score.
Mm-hmm.
And then Coleman kicks to them, and Athens goes 3 and out, and they have to punt. Long snapper over the punter's head in the end zone safety, so it's 9-0 like that.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, it goes back and forth. Coleman's up 23-21 at half.
Yeah.
And then the Jackson Unger Show took over, the quarterback for Athens.
Okay.
227 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And did he play the whole game?
Yes.
Okay.
And if Jackson works at Publix down here, right down from Lindsay Lane. He's a great kid.
Yeah. What class is he?
He's a senior.
Okay. Awesome.
He played DB last year.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I talked to his brother at halftime, and Isaiah said that he hadn't played quarterback since 8th grade.
Huh.
And talked to Coach Gross Saturday morning, and he said we can put him in there in the first 2 games, just give him a little shot. And he just said, come Monday, we told him, said, this is going to be your game. And it was. He showed out.
Awesome.
4 touchdowns and 227 yards.
That's great, man. Fantastic for that kid. Looking forward to seeing what he does the rest of the year for the Golden Eagles. They won again. That was homecoming, so a lot of festivities going on with that as well. That gets Athens up to 2-1 and open up region play with a win. So good that they can get in the win column in region play. They got a bye week this week. I was trying to look on my thing here.
And then they go to Jasper.
Oh, yeah, at Jasper. Jasper been playing pretty good football, right?
Yeah, Coach Reeves.
Yes. I was thinking that too was down there, and why they have been heading in a pretty good direction for Jasper anyway.
Yeah, Coach Gross says it's going to be a tough game. He said the early bye weeks he don't like, but he said this one's coming at a good time. So
yeah, that's good. Well, hey, glad they got a dub because again, only a team in our county that we cover that got one, varsity level anyway. Lastly, Jay, before we tune out here, the AHSFHS.org finally has their power rankings up, and I thought we would use those to weekly have our the 7 teams that we cover that play varsity football. We'll give our Limestone County sports power rankings. Now, these rankings are not necessarily based on, obviously, Athens being a 6A school.
Yeah.
In these power rankings, say Tanner or Clements or Elkmont, some of those smaller schools could actually have a higher ranking based on the formulas that they use. They take into consideration level of competition that you're playing, the past 10 years of your football history. Mm-hmm. And as the year goes on, these rankings get more precise. Yeah. They've only got 3 weeks of data right now, and so this is just something they've thrown out there, and just something pretty cool. At the top of that list, Limestone County Power Rankings. The crazy thing is it pretty much is size of school initially. But as the season goes on, it'll try to work itself out. Say, Clements and West are playing in region and they win some of those games. That will drastically kind of bump their ranking on up. But from top to bottom, per the AHSFHS.org, Athens is number 1 in our power rankings, followed by Ardmore, then East Limestone. You might be thinking, why would East Limestone at 0-2 be ranked higher than Clements? And that, again, that is just kind of based on the formula that they use and level of competition and points scored and points allowed and all kinds of things. But they have Athens, Ardmore, East, West, Clements, Elkmont. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Clements, Tanner, and Elkmont is the top 7 Limestone County Sports Podcast power rankings, and looking forward to those numbers getting more precise as the season goes on. We'll also have they've got some links on their website where you can get like top 10 scoring averages, and they'll have the top 10 too, but scoring averages, defensive points allowed averages, and you can see kind of where your local teams rank in the state in regards to that. and we'll maybe take a look at that stuff next week. But that stuff's on their website already. If you're interested in that stuff, you can click on it. And if you've got any kind of info, bands, again, those band audio clips we could use, you can post those in the comments. Send us a DM or something if you'd rather do that privately.
And post your scores on ScoreStream if you're at the games. That helps us out a lot, too.
Yeah, if you download that score stream out, you can update live scores from your games, and then we use those to update our Facebook page. I know there's a few people who flip over there and see halftime scores of all of our local teams, and that really helps us out a lot. Jay, got anything else going on? You still got Tailgate Talk going on Saturday?
Yes, sir. Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning, 10 to 12 on WKAC and the PAS Plus app. We'll talk to all our local coaches and we have some special guests as well. We had a guy on Joe Zagorski last week.
Say that again.
Joe Zagorski.
Okay.
He wrote a book about Larry Little from the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
The title is From the Outhouse to the Penthouse.
Nice.
So
hey, that's kind of the way I feel when I met Jesus.
Yeah.
Went from the outhouse
There
to
you
the
go.
penthouse.
And
Or as Biggie Smalls would say, from ashy to classy.
there you go. He's going to autograph 4 copies and send us to us at the show. So
Nice.
looking forward to reading the book. And
Yeah.
But yeah, tune in to us every Saturday morning, 10 to 12. We have a lot of great content on there. So looking forward to Saturday. Good Lord willing, creeks don't rise.
That's right. And as we've seen nationally, the creeks may rise.
Yeah.
Jay, did you have any opportunity to watch that late NFL game last night with
Man.
the Bills and the Ravens?
Man, I hate that for the King fumbling the ball there at the last.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he did. Not that losing the game's his fault.
Yeah.
That helps kind of Buffalo get back in it. But, man, what a game.
Yeah.
What a game. The funny thing, we have a family fantasy football, and me and my wife are playing each other week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much Josh Allen single-handedly, like when that game started, I've got like a 5% chance of winning, and he just keeps chipping away. So me and my wife are both watching this game. He throws a pick late in the game, or what we thought was a pick. My wife is like hollering, screaming for the Ravens, and then, the review overturns it, and she's just every completion, she's getting mad. And then she finally was like, I'm going to sleep. And so, but I stayed up and watched the end of the game, bro.
Yeah.
Man, the last, 5-6 minutes of that game was phenomenal football.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic football on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. And it's some great games yesterday, too. So that's just week 1. We got 16 more to go.
Yes, sir. I like it. Like it a lot. Alabama looked a little bit better. Now, I'm not tooting the horn on Alabama as much because they were playing Gaston State or somebody. And so you hate to, 73 points. Bro, it was Louisiana Monroe. Auburn looked pretty good again. Another not so good opponent. Ball State. Who they got this week?
Auburn's got South Alabama. And then they go on the road the next 2 weeks to Oklahoma and to Texas A&M or Georgia one.
Okay, so we'll know about Auburn in another 4 or 5 weeks, and
we'll know about us in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, who knows about Alabama? Week 1 they look like Ardmore and Priceville just can't figure anything out, and then last week, I mean, I know it is Louisiana Monroe, but I mean they had every kid on the sideline throwing touchdown passes. Yeah. And so, who knows?
2 of the guys that caught touchdown passes, I've never heard of them before.
Right, yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing about this NIL stuff, man. I don't know, but maybe 4 or 5 big-name guys anyway. And so, especially getting those games like that and a lot of guys coming off the bench, dude, I don't know where this guy came from. Don't know who he is.
We got Wisconsin this week. They were down early to Middle Tennessee at home, so we'll see what we got against this Big Ten school. So.
Another little blip. I would assume that would not be very much
11 o'clock kick, early kick. So
yeah, that's at Wisconsin too, right?
No, it's in Tuscaloosa.
Oh, okay. Hey, that goes to show you where I am on Alabama football right now. I don't even know like where we're playing at. Like late Friday night, Carlos said, "What time's Alabama play tomorrow?" Hold on just a second.
I had people. What channel's it on? I said SEC Network. Don't y'all watch TV?
Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm concentrating more on high school football and really NFL.
Yeah.
I've got to where I watch a lot of NFL, and just because of fantasy football.
Yeah,
I
me
keep up with it
too.
a lot.
I mean, I get nervous. I mean, I don't gamble and all that, but
Yeah.
I get like nervous even though I'm not gambling.
Yeah.
Just because I want my teams to win.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I watch them and want them to win, but I just find myself, again, like on late Friday night or like right now on Monday, I did not know where Alabama and Wisconsin were playing. Like, what am I even doing? And I'm a season ticket holder, bro.
So-
I have season tickets, which I sold them all, but did not know where the Tide was
So,
playing.
are your seats under Coach Saban's box, close to it?
Oh, is he on the visitor side or the home side?
Yeah, I think he's on the visitor side.
Well, yeah, if I'm on the 40, mine are 40-yard line lower level, about 30, row 32.
Okay.
So wherever
Because I know
his box
I know
is.
Travis Pepper's mom's. She's in GG. I think.
I'm in the LFL if I'm right beside her.
So she's like 3 rows from.
Oh, that's cool.
She's right up under there. So.
Huh. Well, yeah, that's awesome, man. Hey, I need to get with him when he needs to trade some tickets sometimes and take the family without having to break the bank.
There you go.
All right, Jay, how you enjoyed it today, brother?
I did too,
hopefully,
man.
hopefully we can get some of these teams back in the win column next week and have a little bit more positivity and continue to promote local sports, local teams, local players, bands, coaches, all the likes. We appreciate y'all listening and keep doing what you're doing. God bless.
See y'all.
Limestone County Sports, we bring the game to life. Every play, every fight, every Friday night. Limestone County Sports, it's where legends ignite. Limestone County Sports.